Alright, let's get a move on. Anyway, to try to give a summary of what happened last time, we were thawed out, dropped on a planet, killing the captain of the ship in the process. Oops. We doomed a cannery town. We killed their power. It was to help some other people who deserted from it, but still, we doomed a cannery town. And managed to get this thing flying. Now we're heading to something called the Groundbreaker, but first, I said I'd read this next time. The unread messages from Bedford. From Udom Wingman's Wingman, Bedford, to Alex Wingman Hawthorne. Thank you. Oh, I forgot to mention in my previous message, silly me. I'm mailing you a copy of my favorite serial, The Space Adventures of Singularity Steel. It's about a dashing space pirate with a heart of, well, steel. It's not exactly board approved, so don't you go showing it around to your spacer buddies. I hope it will amuse you while you're out adventuring. Any similarities to a certain someone are entirely intentional. Udom. Wait. Oop, not what I wanted to do. I think I'm going through these backwards. Dearest Alex, I can't tell you how pleased I am to finally hear from you. Your message was hilarious. I'm delighted by your sense of humor and the tale of your hijinks. Hope your terminal will cooperate for the foreseeable future. By the by, I was scraping Groundbreaker's comms network for tasty little tidbits, and I noticed you declined to dock at Edgewater's landing pad and instead touched down in the wilderness. You rugged individualist, you. I only pray that idiot Thompson wasn't giving you any trouble. Anyway, I hope your meeting down on Terra 2 proves fruitful, and I look forward to corresponding with greater regularity. Your best friend, Udom. Hello? Hello? Alex, I don't know where you were raised, but I'd hazard a guess it may have been a barn, because anyone with even a modicum of decent rearing would know it's unforgivably rude to ignore the ardent, sincere messages of one's friends. Best, Udom. P.S. Please respond. Checking in. Dear Alex. Hello. Hope this finds you well. It was a pleasure to see you in my office again last week. Once again, I'm terribly sorry about the impounding mix-up. How could it have happened a second time? Terminals these days, I swear. Dreadfully unreliable. Just like your ship. I hope you've given some thought to that thing we discussed. You know, about the wellness fellow? The Wellies fellow? Sorry to press, but I have the strangest tickling feeling that you really do know him, and if you could just tell me where he is, well, it'd be marvelous for a friendship, wouldn't it? Looking forward to seeing you again, Wingman. Pleasure. Hello, Udom here. Udom Bedford. We met when I accidentally impounded your ship. Silly fat fingers embarrassing me once again. I hope that wasn't too terribly inconvenient for you. It was such a pleasure for me, and I tremendously appreciate your forbearance in not throttling me. You are quite a gentleman. If you're ever in Groundbreaker's airspace, well, space, please don't hesitate to look me up. Last Hope Service Spectrum Vodka. Perhaps we could try every color? You know, really tie one on. Let me know. Shrink Ray. Note to self, remember this later. No better. Ada, remind me weekly to check this log until I tell you to stop. Yes, I mean continually. No, Ada, not if I'm dead. Why would you even ask me that? Funny she should. Back to my point. I saw, in actuality, with my own two eyes, a sublimely powerful weapon in Wells' lab. Just sitting there for the taking. If the gray hair were to look away or forget about it, maybe. Or if I had asked a smidgen more nicely. He called it a shrink ray, but wouldn't let me test that claim after I lost my temper. Said he was inspired to create the thing by the achievements of other scientists who dared to push the boundaries of human knowledge and decency laws. I had heard rumors of fantastical weapons like this one, weapons that push the boundaries of the mind and science's cutting edge, but I figured they were just stories. To be honest, laying eyes on Wells' shrink ray firsthand is enough to make a fellow wonder if there's more to the rumors. More to be had. Hammer power. The last time I got sloshed, I mean I was imbibing at the Lost Hope on a groundbreaker, look, Udom was really free with the drinks. He seems like an okay fellow. I shamelessly but subtly eavesdropped on two Mardits yammering about a mad scientist some years back who'd claimed he made a huge discovery that would change the fate of colony. Like, none of us heard that one before. But, here's the good part. The Mardits said the mad scientist kept yelling about the hammer's power or something like that. Strange weapon with a special power created by a crazy lab coat? Sure fits the bill. Could be another one of the weapons that inspired Wells. And black market leads. Why won't Wells just give the shrink ray to me? Blast him to the depths of the labyrinth on Tartarus and back. Let the record show I did apologize for shouting him down 5 times, but Architect be damned, it's just sitting there, neglected and gathering dust. Should have commandeered it and thanked him without asking permission or bringing expensive equipment when he said it wasn't ready yet, and that even if it were, he could entrust it to someone like me. What does that even mean, I ask? That I'm not trustworthy enough? That I'd use it to wipe out the good, hard-working folks of the colony like some sort of moralist psycho? I'll admit to maintaining some questionable associations, but I follow a strict code of me, myself, and mine. What's not to respect in that? Exactly. Now I have to wait until Wells forgets or thinks he's misplaced it. In the meanwhile, I've been tracking down additional rumors pertaining to others of these science weapons throughout Halcyon. If gossip holds true, my next step will be to check with the black market merchants on the Groundbreaker and in Fallbrook. You know, if one of them's with Phineas, I could probably just go get it.
Done with the place. Kitschy collectibles are such a human inclination.
Puffball plant. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on wind, and the light on fresh soil, we put down new roots. Yeah, we heard that earlier. Let's poke around the ship a little before I go. Who or what is Sam? There's no response from the automechanical unit. Serial number etched in its chassis includes the letter SAM. We can only leave it alone right now. The Modern Steel Wrench and You. This book is heavily dog-eared with doodles in the margins. Found a toolbox full of modified tools with unique mechanical uses. Digging around in here would be an easy way to lose a finger to a sawtooth blade. Abigail. First wrench Dad ever gave me. She's been a friend ever since. Oh, this is Pravati's room. Stern elder man with warm eyes. That's her father. And I am plundering it. What? It's my ship. Index of banned literature, various qualifying conventions, principal rules of restrictive management, morals and maxims of banning unethical literature. Wait a sec. One of the bits of banned literature is about banning literature? What? Proof of the Grand Architect and Predestination, a refutation of the titles listed here within. Consequences, the mind, and the will of man when led astray. Official list of banned titles. Again, you're banning the stuff about banning stuff. What the hell? Prerequisites for advancing the investigation, outing, and penalizing of offenders. Doctrinal Studies 539 of Equity and Equations. These textbooks have been out of print for almost half a century. Margins are filled with scribbled notes, and many passages have been underlined. Some pages have come loose, the glue now yellowed and cracked along the spines. The Journal of Maximilian de Soto, Volume 1. Scribblings on these journal pages are utterly illegible to anyone except Vicar Maximilian de Soto. That's a lot of heavy ammo. And now it's my heavy ammo. Tossball trading cards in mint condition. Most of these cards represent players from the Festus Hammers and the Tile Backers. The Art and Science of Tossball. Impossible to put down. Order of Scientific Inquiry, Office of Literature. This endorsement has been approved. Oh, I'm sorry. That was just... This endorsement has been approved. Auntie Cleo's Darlings. Signed by Seymour Whitlock, who held the record for most on-the-field fatalities for 3 consecutive seasons. Ah, bit of a blood sport, I take it. Sup?
Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged. What's occupying your thoughts?
So, let me see. So, I like to know something about those I'm flying with. What's your story?
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition.
Violently enthusiastic disposition?
That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them.
Were they not religious?
On the contrary. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it.
Well, weren't they proud of you becoming a vicar, at least?
They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me.
What's this plane you keep talking about?
The simple version is this. The force which we call the Grand Architect created the universal equation that underlies and defines everything in the universe. Everything flows from the equation, or in layman's terms, the grand plan. Is the Grand Architect a consciousness? A natural force? Did it create the equation on purpose? The answers to these questions don't really matter. The equation, the plan, is all that matters. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in the plan.
If you can't help but follow the plan, then everything you do is part of it, right?
The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it, whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction.
Sounds like what he's basically saying is predestination, except no, but really yes. I think that's all for now. Found the bathroom.
Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself, right before he died.
I said I was sorry. Actually, no, I don't think I did. So there's a respecking we have. Oh, hey, what's this?
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy like, ain't it?
So, what do you think of the ship?
That's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA 120, A2 model, I'm pretty sure. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space but didn't change the stock engines. Probably a touch underpowered, huh?
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
I am strongly tempted to be the smartass, but I'll just say apparently Ada's the one who flies the ship.
Fly-by-wire's pretty normal. Or leastways, that's what I read in the trades. I've never been on a real ship before. Hello! I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing.
So yeah, our AI is a smartass. Well, what do you think? Is it safe to fly now that we got the regulator?
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking with plasma torches. You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch.
Okay, break time's over. So, I'm guessing I could safely store stuff in here. Oh, nope. Okay, I could just press E to store them. Let me keep some of this stuff in case I... Yeah. I'll keep these two in case I think of a good reason to have someone carrying it. I'll keep this one in case I need to boost tech skills, and I'll keep this in case I need to boost lock picking for some reason. The spare one I'll remember to sell at some point. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we'll take the spare tree saber so we can get rid of that. Okay. Let's go ahead and say hi to this guy since we haven't been able to really do that yet. Moving between plants is considered extremely dangerous, and all employees are encouraged to remain home or at work.
Successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
You can take 2, so Max gets to join in.
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it, blast, that's loud. I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor.
What the heck are you doing?
Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed color.
What?
Potential side effect of the revival process. Very rare, but you never know. Right. Welcome to my little habitation, such as it is. I've got caffeinoids, cysty bits, if you're into that sort of thing. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. My secret hideout is your secret hideout.
For what it's worth, I appreciate you pulling me out of the Hope.
Not at all, my intrepid accomplice. I should thank you for tolerating my somewhat brusque manner. I only regret that I couldn't save more of your fellow settlers, what with being hunted by the board, and emptying my supply of necessary chemicals.
I want to talk to you about something else.
Of course. What's on your mind?
So, there's some reason you're hiding behind bulletproof glass?
Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. The unexpected is to be treasured, but from a safe distance. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper.
Am I standing in the room where the bad stuff happens? Got a moment to talk?
Absolutely. Let's talk.
Have you met my crew yet?
No, and I've been trying very hard to avoid making eye contact.
Ah, the wanted criminal himself. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Let's just enjoy our plausible deniability while it lasts, shall we? Why don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed laboratory? It isn't as if I wanted privacy.
Relax, they're with me.
Oh, fine. As long as you're vouching for their character and they aren't touching things. For what it's worth, I am pleased that you found a crew, such as they are. I picked you out of the Hope for your talents, after all. It's only natural that others would gravitate toward you.
Something else I wanted to talk to you about.
What's on your mind?
So here's the shrink ray. So I'm about to stupid, so let's make a quick save here. So can I just...
Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find a target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime.
Okay, so he's just let me take it, and the other one's apparently on the Groundbreaker.
The cysty pigs make excellent test subjects, also surprisingly nutritious.
This looks like it's seen better days. That said, items are items, so... Spare plasma rifle, we'll just carry that for selling. Plenty of energy cells. Wow, I got like 260 of them. Good stuff. Hey, let's look at his messages. Password is SWH181942. Wonder if that means anything. To Blythe. Critics agree that terminals built by Enter company name here are the best terminals. Sending no response. Cause undetermined. Original message appended. I worked it out. Explain details later. Will be difficult to reproduce. Need your help. All necessary materials should be present in Halcyon, but locations elude me. Dumped a new associate, Dirtside Terror 2, near Edgewater. That's us. They have a stake in my purpose, but I trust them only about 23.7% at present. They're receiving a ship, should be along any time. Just need to know where to send them. Let me know when you get this. Eager to be done.
Careful, that's my communications terminal.
I calculate the movement of the heavenly bodies, but not the madness of men. Newton. Let's check the experimental notes real quick. Eureka! Flash frozen organic material reverts back to its original cell structure when treated with tincture of dimethyl sulfoxide. Rate of explosive cell death at a very respectable 6%. Bad news. Difficult to acquire. Limited quantities of compound, likely produced by Anti-Cleo. Recently discontinued due to severe adverse reactions. Must find more. This is about thawing us. 012. Artificial stasis successfully induced in Cystipig specimen. 217. Revivification completed. Cystipig tissue returned to living state. Brain tissue suffered from rapid nucleation. Attempting treatment. 558. Treatment progressing. 820. Treatment failed. Brain tissue irreparably damaged by rapid onset necrosis. 851. Explosive cell death. That gets mentioned a lot. 949. Finished cleaning liquefied remains of Cystipig from laboratory floor, walls, equipment. Ew. Sounds like it didn't just melt, it went boom. 216. Fresh out of Anti-Cleo's experimenting. Cleo's experimenting with Spacer's Choice partially emulsified creamer substitute. 218. Finished brewing. Added 2 ounces Spacer's Choice. 220. Atrocious. Felt part of self die on the inside. Reminder, add Spacer's Choice to the list. Note to self number 2. Buy more mouthwash. Guess this was like coffee brewing or something. What's this on Cystipigs? Have spared one of my stock of experimental Cystipigs to be used as renewable source of nourishment. Have named this lucky pig Bubbles. That's slightly off-putting. Giving an animal a name establishes rapport and creates a positive emotional bond. Allegedly improves flavor of tumors? Must look into that. Yeah, Cystipig meat is basically tumors. Ew. Excellent creatures, Cystipigs. Didn't know how people used to survive without these genetic wonders of porcelain succulents. Slaughtering a pig for meat instead of harvesting tumors that ripen naturally, falling off the flesh like mock apples off a tree, seems the height of barbarity. Truly a miracle of modern science. I'll stick to being a barbarian, thank you. Personal files. We can pass this. Have procured the services of one Captain Alex Hawthorne of the Unreliable. I hope he doesn't name his ship after the quality of his services. Funny thing that. I'll be sending my new accomplice down to Hawthorne via escape pod as soon as the revival process is complete. Hawthorne should make for an agreeable companion, or at least an acceptable chaperone. Law willing, he isn't a total buffoon. Hi, Bubbles. It's Bubbles? Yeah, it's Bubbles. Reminder, obscure body in the SK system. Huh? Anyway, I think I've done anything I could hope to do here for the moment. Let's go to the Groundbreaker. Actually, I can
Welcome
talk to you a
back,
bit.
Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Know anything about the automechanical gathering dust in Jander's closet?
The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it. But I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate.
You know what? Let's just go
Copy
look
here.
into that. It's not like you can go anywhere else. That our engine? Cool. That's the bathroom. Okay, search term SAM. First SAM result. Do not forget you found a discarded sanitation and maintenance automechanical. Oh, sanitation and maintenance, SAM. Duh. In Emerald Vale's scrap heap during your last job. It should not be too difficult to get it up and running. With a few key modifications, I can envision a combat-capable variant. Some might say a clean, mean killing machine? Should be fun. Removal of factory standard part Sud Steeper was successful. Delivery of combat modified replacement part Acid Steeper has been delayed. Progress setback is estimated now to be a solid 3 months. Not like I have more pressing matters to attend to, but I do. I'm giving up hope on the delivery. The part is lost in transit and it's not turning up anytime soon. But good news. Heard from a fellow who knows a gal who knows the broker who overcharged me for the information regarding the location of an acid steeper I can, filch. The part was sent to an old storage facility in Rose Way. I sure never thought I'd go back to that pit. Good thing Auntie abandoned it years ago. I'll pick it up following the next pit stop back to Emerald Vale. Wells wants me to chaperone some person of interest. Details to come later. Okay, it's somewhere we haven't been yet. Go to Monarch or Isla, but it looks like where we really want to go is the Groundbreaker.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Got a sec?
Okay.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson.
What about her?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Sure, we can head over to engineering now.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Break time's over. I mean, we have 2 followers and 2 slots for followers. It's not like I was going to not bring her. What was that?
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Take
Okay.
care. I require a functioning captain to run the ship.
Okay, it has them set already.
checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to Groundbreaker, by the by. Don't mind the heat. Got a few days before it reaches critical. I'm sure Miss Chief Tennyson will get it sorted before then.
What?
Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
Just arrived? Head over to Customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
Wanted, dead or alive, Captain Gunnar McRed, for several counts of public intoxication, destruction of Groundbreaker property, unpaid docking fees, and resisting arrest. Contact Commandant Anita if you have any information concerning McRed's whereabouts. Failure to report a tip may result in imprisonment and a fine. Proof of kill required to collect reward. Wanted, Phineas V. Wells, for various crimes and violations of board policy, including any and all the following: sedation, forgery, conspiracy, conspiracy to commit conspiracy, unlicensed medical practice, destruction of board property.
I wonder what that fella did to get the board so riled at him.
It just says the same
That's
thing.
quite the impressive list of infractions.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Sup?
Identification, please.
Okay, I'll give him Hawthorne's ID.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
How do I get this resolved?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. Can't miss it.
Any idea why the ship was impounded?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Right, I'll go talk to him and straighten this out.
You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Sure.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Got it.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Looking for someone named Gladys.
The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
Seems like there's some tension between the board and Groundbreaker.
You noticed, huh?
Yeah, I'm sharp like that.
What can I say? We're passionate folks, and the board can't abide that independent spirit, especially not when it might impact their bottom line. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
Cool. Yeah, your station's in a disrepair. You can make the board fix it. But I think I'm just going to encourage him. I'm glad it terrifies him. Bastards, keep pushing them.
It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but where'd that lead us? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
They would.
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway.
And board runs most of the system, don't they?
Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing bays. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year.
Thanks for the info.
Good thing.
I don't see you
Be seeing
around.
ya.
So, Udom's impounded the ship a couple times, probably as a way to get to talk to Hawthorne, if I had to take a guess. Considering Hawthorne went squish, this meeting's going to be a tad awkward.
Captain, I was hoping for a word.
Where are you?
Captain, if I could trouble you for a moment of your time, while we're on the Groundbreaker, I may have an idea for how we could find a translator.
You know somebody who can read the book?
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Sounds like a good lead, but how do we find him?
That's a good question. Fortunately, we're in the perfect place to start. This is where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
Oh, right. He has hacking skills, and the way companions work is they do give you skill boost. So I have some hacking because he has hacking. How will crew manifest help us track down your scholar friend?
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
How is it that a simple vicar happens to be such a highly skilled hacker?
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Thank you, Captain.
Quest objective requires you to enter a restricted area. If caught inside, you will be shot inside. Using a disguise will prevent immediate hostilities.
This is it.
The Shroud.
Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the scholar shipped in and out with.
Carry on.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Huh. Kind of like the art direction of this game. Got a bit of a retro future thing going on. We can run.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property.
Have you seen
First
this
now
man?
for all the
Reward
dangerous
offered for
travel.
information leading to the
Oh,
capture of
real
Noble
scary.
Denise Wells.
You're really gonna
Reporting
arrest us
studies to the
on
local
our
North
station?
Embassy.
Yeah, this is Chief Junlei's ship. You don't own shit here.
Step back. I'm required by board bylaws to use excessive force.
The Mardettes would space you for trying, you waste of O2 scrubbers.
Yeah, O2 scrubbers.
Look, just get out of here before I tell your captain what you've been getting up to on the clock.
Ah, whatever. We got a date at the Lost Hope anyway.
Is this really what you want to be doing with your life, Marcy? Guarding stairs for that walking mustache Udon fucking Bedford? I gotta get off this detail.
Does that dome look safe to you? Unless you have business with the board, move along.
So somehow I'd have to get in here. Okay. Let me check something. So obviously I need a shroud disguise to get in here unless I just want to go guns blazing, but I don't want to cause a scene right now.
By verity, by strength. What are we contemplating today?
Let's talk about this personal quest of yours.
Yes, well, now that we're here, can we check in with security? I'd like to track down that scholar.
Okay, he doesn't have anything to say on.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorists.
Hey, got my sights on you. Huh?
In a jiff.
Let me handle them.
No, that was a bad idea. Hmm. Oh, wait.
Ah, the board.
Bedford's in here anyway.
Efficient, competent. Well, mostly.
For the following
I think
story.
everything in here is worth more than I made in my whole life.
Remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Alex is, dead.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have.
I have the sinking feeling Alex is taking the fact that he's now free of you as an upside to the whole being dead thing. What was your relationship with him?
He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he?
Yeah, he sure did.
Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die?
He was eaten alive by feral canids and totally did not have a drop pod land on him.
No. How dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear, you know. Devoured by those fiends. Becoming one with their droppings.
You know, very sorry. Can we get back to the topic at hand?
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
I'm just gonna say, nah, never mentioned. Don't know who it is.
That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
What's this about the board having your head?
It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal.
Anything I could do to help?
Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's... well, it's my white whale, I suppose.
Can't tell you where he is.
It's fine. Really, it's perfectly fine. I understand. Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself out. I'd like to drown myself in work.
Yeah, okay. So, I really doubt it's that simple, but what's to stop me from just going? I need his passcode. Whatever it is I should be doing here, it doesn't look like I can do it just yet.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
Not this way. That's interesting. That's a key card for the kitchen. Well, let's not disturb him.
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor? Maybe it's a bit secondhand, but that's only a testament to its durability. We also have a line of specialized melee weapons. For those times you have to repel boarders but don't want to risk a bullet through the hull.
Another day, another bot. Oh, let's see what you got for sale. Now, let's see. Yeah, I had a spare helmet I wanted to get rid of, and that's that. There's what I think
Itching
about
to
it.
whack someone over the head.
There we go. Ah, it's through here.
Those XF411s? And an old Yakita 37? You think they'd let me peek at the power plant?
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sublevel.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn, though.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
I'm the captain of the Unreliable, recently unshackled from Groundbreaker's impound.
Good for you. Hope you scared some sense into those bureaucrats giving you trouble. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
I'll try not to start any fights, but I might have to end some.
Ain't that always the way? So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through.
I am tempted to be the asshole, but nah, I can safely say I'm headed for Monarch.
Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
Ravati, you wanted to talk to her, so go ahead.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Let's give him a nudge.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
A little bit more silent nudging.
Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry.
Nice job.
Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
Seems kind of warm in here. What's going on?
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
Oh, I haven't fixed them yet.
Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner.
Is there no room? Surely the board doesn't want the Groundbreaker to roast.
They want us to sweat, thinking that'll soften me up for a bad faith deal. If you'll excuse me, they can go fuck themselves. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive.
Looks like we have science for this. Need a contractor to work this out. I'm available for a reasonable rate.
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
We found the way to the back bays. Got it. I'll take care of that right now. Oh, wait. How do you know the parts are still there?
I keep diligent records of station repairs, requisitions, and available assets, just like my grandmother taught me. The station's radiators haven't changed since her time, and her records say the parts should be there. I trust them.
Got it. I'll take care of that. Wait, there's a catch.
The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
Have you tried sending anyone else down there?
I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back. I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No offense, but a freelancer like you is more dispensable.
None taken.
Nice and pragmatic. Thanks for understanding.
I'll get those parts.
Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
Quite the jingle. For now, I think 100 is enough. So let's start boosting our heavy weapons. Wait, what are you talking about? I already had... Oh, I must have unlocked it for long and heavy guns. So I have time dilation effects on all ranged weapons. Spiffy! Yeah, let's go ahead and take some extra carrying capacity. Okay, so I need one more perk from up here, and then we get to tier 2 stuff.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the
Let me check something.
following story. Tossball
So security's over here.
When you need to eat and run, Borsted Baked Beans is the only one.
Callahan, Emerson, Liliana. Callahan. Actually, yeah, wasn't Cal the name he cut off? So this might be him. From Manager 541, the hat. You made your spacer's choice when you signed the employment contract. That's terrible. From Callahan to hat. I keep telling you the hat doesn't fit right. There's something wrong with it. How many people have worn this thing before me? Is this my life now? Because if it is, I'll take it. I'll be your moon man, but there won't be anything left of me to care. And to Mama. Hi, Mom. You okay, honey? And hope you're doing well, Mom. Thought I'd check in. Engineers visit the shop a bunch. I remember when I used to turn a wrench back home on Terra 2. Lilia Hagen over in Sublight told me that I could always pursue a career in salvage if this thing doesn't work out. Please give Dad and the others a hug from me. Mom, it's really great that we can stay in touch like this. Little reminders from home are more important than ever. For the quality Spacer's Choice goods I sent, you can get ones just like them at home, but I figured you might appreciate me getting the company discount and all. Public notices. The heat. I know it's bad, as the one whose office is closest to our radiators. You can imagine why I want to take the 3 showers every day. I hear ya. We've got eyes on the problem, and hands, and tools. It's a mechanical problem with a mechanical solution. In the meantime, enjoy some additional water rations and take breaks. You deserve them. If you're thirsting for cooler air, talk to your closest engineer about spots with favorable circulation. Sublight Salvage wants... That's a new quest. Seeking ethically flexible spacer with Stellar Bay landing clearance. Payment in exchange for return of legal salvage. Details given upon acceptance of contract. Active warrants, prior convictions, no questions asked. Our background checks filter out criminal red flags. Plausible deniability is the Sublight way. See Lilia Hagen for details. Warehouse Nexus, bratwurst joint, 2nd floor. Loitering on board property is strictly prohibited. Do not delete. Halcyon Holdings Corporate Office and its environs are for conducting official board business only. Anyone found misusing board property will be fined accordingly. Board property includes, but is not limited to, Halcyon Holdings office here on the Groundbreaker, the space directly in front of my desk, the space directly behind my desk, my doorway, my berth, and most importantly, my stairs. Thank you for your cooperation. Udom Bedford, Certified Liaison. P.S. Please note that the next spacer caught drinking on the stairs outside the embassy may find themselves on the rude side of an airlock. P.P.S. This is the 3rd time I've had to post this message, and I'm sick and tired of it. I will not hesitate to open a board-sanctioned investigation into your behavior, and when you are caught, punish you accordingly, Felix Millstone.
Are you listening to me, Emperor?
What's with the helmet, bro?
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero-G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that's good for what ails you. Oh, and it's not the best choice, it's Spacer's Choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I forget.
Corp demands the upsell no matter what. Yeah, I understand, man. Retail. You work for Spacer's Choice. Ever been to Edgewater?
Heard of it. My orientation Aetherwave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
Nice double meaning. It's not so bad. They're struggling, but they got good hearts and no power.
Yeah. I hope they're gonna be okay.
That's a Spacer's Choice beer. Take what you have, polish it up, and make the best of it. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone will love you for using it, too.
I play video games. I don't know what soap is. Fair warning, you're still logged in on one of the public terminals.
Shit. Oh, shit. No, I mean, yeah, excellent. Yeah, that was intentional. As the face of Spacer's Choice, it's my honor to be a public figure. Who needs privacy when you have job security?
I've got to ask about the hat.
I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please send any complaints to our Consumer Care Headwear Division.
You doing all right in there?
Oh, I'm having a stellar day. And not just because I'm legally obligated to say so. Almost as stellar as a Spacer's Choice is affordable.
This man's been here a while. I can tell. Can you see in there?
I can see all of the top-quality merchandise in the Spacer's Choice catalog, which is available here at a reasonable price.
Enough hat talk. What? Actually, how do you brush your teeth?
Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time, but we're always working on delivering exciting new products to our customers. Sprat Wash, Mouthwash, and Mantafloss are among the exciting line of dental goods currently in development.
You miss eating solid food.
Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find none like them on all of Groundbreaker, or anywhere in the Halcyon colony.
Poor dude. I bet he'd have words for what I'm saying, but he's just so beaten down. You have to sleep with that thing on.
Trouble sleeping? Try our Lunar Eclipse mix. That's 2 handfuls of pep pills washed down with a hearty swig of 2-hour energy brew. The blast will send you through the stratosphere, and the crash will knock you out cold, guaranteed.
That's pretty much a yes. Spacer's Choice make you aware of that.
Add an additional 10% to your purchase today, and the proceeds will be donated to Spacer Cares, our premier corporate welfare program. At Spacer's Choice, we care about your health and emotional well-being. That's why we put Martin through 6 years of vendor school, only to make him wear this hat.
I see a crack forming. Do you need me to help get you out of here?
Even if my contract didn't forbid it, I think it's part of me now. Now, are you ready to make Spacer's Choice Lunar Green Moonmouth lozenges a part of you? Lunar Green, the future is spearmint.
I am addressing the man beneath the mask. Are you okay?
Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, this hat, my job. It may not seem like much to a brave space captain, but they're all that I have. If there are self-made purgatories, then we all have to live in them. Mine can be no worse than someone else's. Now, if we're done with the chit-chat, I hope you don't mind if I make the most of this short life and try to be the best moon person I can be.
Sorry if I pushed you too hard.
It's fine. I should be stronger than this. Thanks for taking an interest. Speaking of interest, can I interest you in some quality budget goods? At Spacer's Choice, we cut corners so you don't have to.
I don't actually want to buy anything right now. I'm so sorry.
Toss ball scores from the Connors. What about the Rail Gliding Championships?
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch. And Power Nuggets. Now with 12% more.
No one saw me trip over that, right?
Huh? You have found an ID cartridge to use with the holographic shroud. You will now be automatically disguised when entering associated Oh, this quest seems to be a shroud tutorial, basically. Now that I have the shroud... Let's just make a save now in case things go sideways. What do I just go in here? Trespassers will be shot on sight and fined. Holographic Shroud has activated, giving you temporary access to this restricted area. Moving drains the Shroud's energy. When it runs out, personnel will see and interrogate you. Talk your way out of the interrogation to reset your Shroud. It'll get harder to talk your way out the more you are interrogated. You know what? Let's give my tech skills that little extra boost and see what that does. Nope. Okay. I'd need more tech skill to do that, so this will have to be a later thing. Let's go ahead and go back to the unreliable for a moment. Oh, wait, no, I'm actually in the Groundbreaker.
Hey, Captain. Can I get your temperature on something real quick?
Sure.
So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages. I got him here on my datapad, and well, she sent me a poem. One she wrote her own self, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems are all symbolic and such, right? It's not so good. But real sweet.
How bad can it be?
She rhymed compression alternator with aches to meet her. It's about
Okay,
this
that's
engine
bad.
that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on it. The trouble goes away. It sings. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real romantic poem. It made my chest hurt, kinda.
Sounds like she likes ya.
I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastways not like other folks seem to be. It's not that I can't, I just don't care for it. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they said I was cold.
Everybody's different, don't worry about it.
When folks start implying you're a little different from an automechanical, you start to wonder. I guess I just needed to talk. I'm feeling a touch better. Thanks for hearing me out, Captain. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. But I'm gonna change that. Right now. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Talking about old friends, got to thinking... Isabel? Who's Isabel?
Everything okay?
They were close, Captain. Like, more than friends close.
They were close, not anymore.
I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? 10 years? Last week? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? Get some drinks at that bar there? The Lost Hope?
Yeah, sure. Next time the drinks are on me.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be ready.
Huh. That loading screen looks like it was about my antics back in Emerald Vale.
Hey, that pad down there, with the lights off, there are people unloading a ship.
Probably another sublight contract haul. Could be drugs, could be bootleg Aetherwave cartridges.
And they're just transferring cargo out where everyone can see?
Legal or not, somehow the company always has its paperwork in order.
I mean, we asked about someone and they immediately answered, the fence. So... it seems like the crime and the like is just public secret around here.
Purpleberry punch. You want a punch? We've got your punch right here.
Alright, let's get tanked.
So, how's this work?
interrupt your
Do we get a table? Stand in a corner?
Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate township?
Okay, so what are we drinking? You're the expert? Oh, and don't worry on the price. I got this. Let's just do it proper.
They call me an expert. I'm going to be honest, I don't actually drink at all. I wasn't much of a drinker to begin with. When I had a gastric sleeve done, that banned me from alcohol for a year, so I just plain don't drink. You're not much of a drinker. Better start slow with a beer.
Oh, beer. I guess, yeah, I can do that. Beer can be good. I bet. Bottoms up.
You're gonna puke
Well,
that later.
Your favored pastime of the common masses, Ms. Holcomb. I myself don't imagine you'll care for the flavor.
Ah, this tastes like the underside of a boot. People drink that for fun? Oh, Captain. I'm pining for June like something fierce. What am I doing?
Generally or specifically?
Specifically. Definitely specifically. Oh, why'd I drink that? I mean, just with Junlei. I don't know what to do about us.
Start by telling me why her message got you so unsettled.
Well, she talked about another girl, right? Isabel. Mentioned her by name and everything, like she wanted me to know. Maybe I've been making a right fool of myself this whole time. Maybe she's not interested after all.
What'd you actually write in a message? You haven't said.
It was real long and rambly. She was telling me a story about her dad, how a lady named Isabel did all sorts of things to try to win his favor. This Isabel lady never quite managed to get her dad's approval, but they carried on anyways. Made something good out of a bad situation. Then it all went down the tubes. Do you think Junlei still has feelings for her?
Nah.
Maybe she just wanted to let me know her preferences. In a less awkward way. But that made it more awkward. I need another drink. Right now. Before I lose my nerve.
Let's get you some water.
Come on, Captain. I'm here to drink. Okay, maybe you're right. I am a little woozy. Hydration, here I come.
Good call. It's best to proceed with a light hand the first time.
Shush you. Oh, Captain, I want to talk to Junlei all the time. Even about silly things, but I'm so scared.
About what?
Everything? I got a solar system's worth of terrifying questions swirling around my head. Does she think I'm as pretty as I think she's handsome? What if she doesn't like me? What if she does? What if she's still got feelings for that lady, Isabel? What if we get together and she gets bored of me?
There's an easy way to get answers to all those questions.
There's nothing easy about spilling your guts to the person who's got your heart in their hands. You know I'm not interested in physical affection. Well, it's tripped folks up in the past. Folks I thought cared about me for me. What if she's not okay with that? What if she is, but then later, she's not?
Can't control how people... Well, let me think about this. You afraid of being rejected for who you are?
Of course. Wouldn't you be?
I just kind of assume everyone hates me. No, I am who I am. If people don't like that, they're not for me.
I envy your boldness of spirit, Captain. I can only hope a little bit of it rubs off on me. But, gosh, I don't know that I got that in me. Sometimes I feel real mean inside, Captain. I think ungenerous thoughts.
Something to work on then.
Yeah. I like the way you put that, like, it's okay to want to be better for her, and not impossible to try. Well, Captain, this has been a whole lot. I got just... wow. So much to think about.
So, you gonna ask her out?
Oh gosh, I don't know, Captain. Do you think I should?
Oh, don't ask for my opinion. Believe in yourself.
Okay.
Believe in the me who believes in you.
I'm gonna ask June out. Just as soon as we get back to the ship. I mean, probably. Eventually. Thanks for hearing me out and giving me counsel. And, well, for being a friend. It means a whole lot. You're good people, Captain.
Well, it's not like I could be elsewhere. Nor am I capable of neglecting a wayward lamb in need of guidance.
Huh. All right. Thank you, guys. You're real good friends, you know that? I wish there was a place we could all live quiet together. Come on, let's go.
Back on the ship, no problem.
Hey, Captain. I hope I wasn't too much bother at the bar. I did have fun, and I tried some things I never would have otherwise. And I don't feel it today. I guess that water must have worked. I'm glad I had you looking out for me.
Did you talk to Junlei?
I messaged Junlei when we got back, and she replied super quick. Okay. I was awake half the night, thinking about what I sent, anxious to see what you said. I reread my message in the morning, and it was unclear. I was drinking when I sent it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the courage. Also, sorry for the typos.
At least there's no bad poetry this time.
Oh, earnest. It was earnest. I've ruined things in the past because I didn't say things I should have, like, I've met someone who's become special to me. I want to be honest with her, so if she feels the same about me, there won't be any surprises.
So, Junlei does like you, and she said it in the most awkward way possible.
Oh, isn't she sweet? Like one of those two-bit romances where one soul's all stiff and formal, and I should be glad to perhaps take hold of your hand, miss. I ought to go write her back. I mean, I already did. Twice. But anyhow, thanks for taking me out, Captain.
Okay, that's just the end of it.
You see we had a conveyor pull in?
So we also have the Sublight side quest. Might as well see what they want from me.
Rizzo's lemon slap. Slap your whole family tonight.
Those ads are terrible.
I'm not going anywhere, you hear?
C&P beer maple syrup. It's near this complete breakfast.
Sublight Salvage. Their front looks surprisingly on the up and up.
You reckon we can shop here, or is it all spoke for?
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the Unreliable?
Could you make this any more obvious that this is a front? I'm sticking with Captain Hawthorne.
Sure you are. Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door.
I'm not gonna poke.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come.
I saw your job opening in one of the public terminals.
At least one system on Groundbreaker still works. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere.
No, let Ada hear you calling her ship names.
Is Ada still at the helm? I don't know how many times I told Hawthorne to restore that smartass to factory settings. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch.
Just like in the serials.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested?
What's so special about Stellar Bay?
First, an embargo that's been active ever since the board pulled its forces off-world. Few regulations, plenty of freedom. And second, all the goodies that no one had time to pack.
Don't have an... this might botch it, so I don't have an nav key. Can I still take the job?
I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need. If there's anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits.
I take it Sublight isn't strictly a salvage op.
These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Gives me the time to expand our interests into other sectors, where I can let my hair down.
Insofar as that can go down. What kind of other sectors does Sublight pursue other than salvage and shipping?
Our field is persuasive acquisitions. At least that's how my legal advisors tell me to phrase it. Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Sometimes it takes a polite conversation and a shot across the bow. You know, legal formalities.
Wink and nod, yeah.
Good boy. Knew you'd understand.
How organized is this business?
Very. I have this thing about numbers in spreadsheets, grids in general. I like to think of myself as the last honest businesswoman in Halcyon, but I'll settle for being the most organized one.
Very honest with the whole criminal thing.
Hey, careful with the C word around here. I like to keep things above board, and that kind of talk only makes trouble. Sublight occupies a legal blind spot. No one knows what we're licensed to do, and that gives our little business some freedom. But let's not tempt fate.
Yeah, okay,
Nice
that's all.
seeing you. Make sure you aren't followed on your way out.
Okay, so I can't do this just yet. Let's go visit the sick bay, get that dealt with. Oh, I could just go looking through the warehouse terminal. Hagen, don't run. Lost another contractor to a UDL gunship. This is your daily reminder that legitimate businesses don't run from the authorities, and that is what we are. Stay calm, present your papers. If you get tangled up in the courts, I will personally bail you out. Anyone seen Hawthorne lately? I could use some reliable help. Fallbrook shipment. Unlike most of you sprats, Catherine is bringing Sublight a consistent income. From the day until I say so, you're to treat her as an extension of my desk. Speaking of which, Tobias, order an extension for my desk. Fallbrook shipment. Purpleberry liquor, lot, Spectrum vodka, even more than that. Erotica, generic. The locals aren't picky. Erotica, exotic, except for the ones who are. Space cake, surprise. I don't know what this is, but it was on last month's order list, so either track some down or do your best in the kitchen. Black hole. Welcome toss sign toss ball poster. P.S. Tobias, where are we with that desk extension? This week in salvage. My scanner says the Mardets impounded a freelancer ship after their captain misbehaved. The crew dropped so many bits of a place that they can't afford to lift the impound. Whoever gets me salvage rights gets to sit quietly in my office and watch professional work. One of ours had an altercation with one of theirs, lost another contractor, scrapped the ship, dedicated a tenth of the salvage to funeral expenses. I take care of my people. A little spread told me that a crate of spoiled cysty pork ended up at the bottom of a Monarch Canyon. Let's see how much we can sell. Speaking of which, no one eat at Auntie Cleo's until I say so. Something in the kitchen's gone bad. Next time one of us finds an abandoned ship and decommissions it, they had better dispatch a ground team to the freeze field before the Marauders have their turn. Just because we're salvagers doesn't mean we have to be scavengers.
CNP pancake mix now requires no mixing. Seriously, don't mix it.
What?
I know she's in there, Mfuru. You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene. I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene?
Yes.
See, Mfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse in the first place.
Well, this is about your friend?
Let me get one thing straight. Jesse and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors.
Water time. Maybe I can look in on her.
Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
What seems to be the problem?
I'd like to see Jesse.
If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her.
The records say, have you actually spoken to her yourself?
She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying.
Buy supplies from you? You seem well stocked.
Not without dispensation from Chief Jun Lei, I fear. Supplies are hard to come by out here.
How do you mean?
We don't have the ability to manufacture our own medical supplies here on Groundbreaker. Regrettably, we are dependent on the board for such mundane items as bandages and antibiotics, as well as more critical resources like adequately trained staff. We'd nearly signed a supply agreement with Auntie Cleo's, but they demanded we only use their branded drugs, and that's simply not tenable.
See you around.
Take care.
Oh, here's the person I gotta talk to.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
Wheeler told me to tell you to get off it. Nah, I'll just tell him the shipment won't be coming soon.
He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate.
I could try to find him.
I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
You're sure this is perfectly safe? I'd rather not die early of an infectious disease.
To the last ratchet on rotten time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you?
Ellie sent me.
What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone.
Open door before I kick it down.
Should've known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process. Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
Sup?
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low.
What'd you do that got you in trouble?
What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear.
Yet you think the board has someone follow you, and now you're hiding out.
Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. Alright, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the Blood Tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years.
So you stole it.
If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent.
Well, I asked me to help you, so that's what I plan to do.
Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me.
I'll talk to him.
Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Can I... Okay, they're not going to let me just fast travel out of here. Back off. What? Oh. Okay, just made it out. Woo!
is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
How do you do? Ah, how might I assist you?
Hear about Jessie. Want her debt settled.
Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
She's worth more alive than dead. Put her in her indenture contract.
That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate?
Well, I see it. She doesn't have much choice.
I quite concur. It's refreshing to deal with someone practical for a change. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
We're leaving. Probably would have been better to pay it off, though doing that did give me some XP, which is always kind of nice.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jessie. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better than average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off.
You really don't like owing people, do ya?
It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those things that gets under my skin.
Welcome aboard.
You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain.
Meet me on the ship.
Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin with a view.
Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie. We're real happy to have you.
Okay, start pushing heavy weapons. Not going to Cilia yet. Instead, we'll go below deck and search for those radiator parts. Also, now would be a good time to save because we're going to go somewhere actively dangerous.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king.
I have like 100 intimidate. I can handle this.
Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames. It's nothing personal. Promise.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with fire.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain.
You're only getting out of this alive if you play nice.
Woo! Look at the courage on this one. Lay it on me, boss. Give me a taste of that fiery primal spirit.
I'm here for some parts. Generally sent me.
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in and out in a jiff. You won't even know we were here.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back with the crew.
What are you doing to him?
We were just sitting in a circle, sucking down exhaust fumes and toasting to the memory of our brain cells, making this broken angel fly again.
So I can grab that part then.
You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court. You bring tribute, sacrifices, prophecy, shit like that.
Fine, here's 504
Tribute
bits.
it is. And ain't this just a royal sum?
Don't we need those bits, Captain? To buy the key from the lady?
The principles of the universe dictate that sometimes we must appease others to keep from being roasted alive.
You've got the run of the kingdom. Up those stairs, you'll find the parts. My crew won't get in your way.
Got it, thanks.
Smells kind of like old Bess's outflow pipes.
McRed wants it up and running.
I'm trying to think of a good name before I wake it up.
Don't give it a name. What are you thinking?
It's so cozy.
You're the first person I've seen who talked their way past McRed. It may not sound like much, but take my word for it. Wow.
Excuse me. Feels like I gotta sneeze, but it doesn't want out. Came to grab some radiator parts. Engineering could use your help installing them.
I'll get back to my post. See you topside, stranger.
Actually, wait, I can pop this. Oh, wait, no, I'm trying to... Yeah, save it for now, because there was that thing you gotta do for a side quest.
McRed gave me a taste of the good stuff. I've been
Here we go.
People don't like worms in their shoes.
Aw, they're...
My backside still smarts. Everyone get branded when they join McRed's crew?
Nope. Your ass is a prime mechanic now that it's home to an original McRed.
I guess I'm honored.
Looks like I wasn't supposed to be this way. Actually, wait a sec.
It's possible I've had too many mushrooms.
Up here?
Today's my birthday.
Oh yeah? Fuck your birthday.
Fantastic, we've got them. Now we can move on to cleaner pastures.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed.
Got the parts for the radiator. One now.
Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight mantipillar infestation.
Define slight.
More than a few. Less than a hive. Nothing you can't handle. We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs inside. They got into the radiators, and here we are.
I'll make the way down there.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean, aside from fires and such.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
It's a bug hunt, man. Oh, right. Potential danger. Save.
The controls are in the back of the machinery shaft area. You have the
Where's the rest of you little idiots?
Watch out! Nice work!
This gun's good.
song tells me the security mechanicals booted up and killed a bunch of men. Bad news. Diagnostic says their circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they're not too picky about who they kill next. Sneak past if you can. Shoot back if you need to. I can always fix them later.
Can't go that way. Oh, you know what? If it's mechanicals, this will rip right through them.
Incoming!
Got him! Bearcat, our survival.
Oh,
Here they come.
investigating.
That's how you got down there.
That's the terminal. I have the parts in position on my side. Go ahead and cycle the droplet pumps. And if you don't know what that means, just look for a command that says cycle droplet pumps.
Cycle droplet pumps. Minder and unexpendable personnel must exit the maintenance shaft before activating the cycling protocol. Oh, we got some logs here. Fluid circulation pump terminal. Staff is getting restless. Workarounds and half-cooked solutions are all we've got to mend Groundbreaker's bones. In many cases, we can't revive one system without cannibalizing another. Grandma lived with that reality, and so will I. I can rally our spirits, but what happens when I'm not around? Groundbreaker's real test will be seeing if our independence outlast me. I'll take that bet. Old plans, new problems. Found some of Chief Kyuying's old schematics. Groundbreaker must have taken a beating during the crossing because she spent half of her career patching it up. Lots of corners cut when he put this place together. Among her papers, I also found the layout of a hangar that doesn't match any of my docks. Something that might have gotten sealed off along the way, like blood cells isolating an infection. Hate to put sentiment down in print, but every time I open a panel or find some workaround in the guts of this old bird, it's like I can feel you reaching out to me from the past, Grandma.
Doc, the temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you.
We are no longer about to die. Neural confirmation. Propulsion plant master circuit. No, it's the remonitoring station. To HBB Earth HQ, transmitted via probe, archived at source. It's my honor to report that Groundbreaker has successfully arrived at the Lagrange point, having released our cargo of prefab housing, settlers, and supplies at their intended colony worlds. May they prosper and expand. Now that stage 1 and 2 of the mission have been carried out, my family will take ownership of the Groundbreaker as specified in our contract, keeping the ship in active duty as an independent trading post, repair stop, and cargo bay. I'll be remiss if I close this terrain mission without sending my hopes and best wishes back to Earth. There's so much ahead of us, but we'll never forget what we left behind. Stern reminder. Some very rich and unsavory elements amongst our colonial neighbors seem to have the wrong idea about why I flew us out here. Wasn't for a 9-figure blood money salary and a Spacer's Choice logo stamped on my ass. It wasn't to nickel and dime passing ships have their last bit. Groundbreaker has no role in success or failure of Halcyon's corporate entities. Period. I negotiated that understanding and clearly outlined it in writing before I ever set foot on this ship. If anyone wants to dispute or compromise our independence, they will answer to it. Tennyson. We're a family operation. Even with the last Tennyson falls, the Groundbreaker will remember us and defend its freedom accordingly. Wait. Yeah, I got confused. Wrong way. Fake windows.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regular...
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds.
And there's the bits we spent earlier to fix it, and then some. What's it like being command around here?
Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life or death decisions on a shoestring budget. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand.
Ship is a family business?
Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Gaying, kept it together during the crossing and until she died. I was promoted only recently, when my mom died. Then I took the leap from chief engineer to captain.
They must have been amazing people to have taught you all you know, I mean, which is a lot.
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer.
Was it a big change, that transition to command?
It was different knowing that I couldn't turn to anyone who could answer the tough questions for me. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is family. It's got tinkerings and bypasses that only Tennysons know about.
Pravati here could always help you shoulder the burden.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just a dab hand with a wrench. Nothing special. Not like a chief engineer.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just someone who knows how a ship ought to feel. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around this labyrinth of ducts and panels, we could work something out.
Back to other questions.
You got my attention.
Don't have a lot of faith in the board.
You're right, I don't. The board is after two things, bits and power, and they only get it by sticking their nose where it doesn't belong.
Guess you don't like Udam much.
I like to think of myself as a nice person, but if that gaudy embassy of his was on fire, I might hold my breath a moment before activating the sprinkler system. The board wants control over Groundbreaker, and leeches like Udam Bedford will do anything to please their corporate masters.
How do you keep them at a safe distance?
I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I'd like to see that change.
Back to other
You got my
questions.
attention.
We'll be on our way.
This is Halcyon News.
What do I have? Can't do this yet because I have to go somewhere else. I don't have the skill needed to break through this just yet. Actually, where's the other science weapon while I'm thinking about it?
CNP Boris Pocket can be macro-made in 2.5 seconds.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Phineas sent me, said you could sell me a nav key to Stellar Bay.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
That's a butt ton of bits. Tell me about the opportunity. Also, smart ass, but no thank you.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
No qualms here. Let's hear the details.
Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
Why was Roseway abandoned?
Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around.
Say no more, I'm in.
You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
Bandit outpost, corporate secrets.
Don't
Got
forget
it.
to come find old Gladys when you're done.
Thanks for your time.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you.
Okay, heavy guns is enough to start boosting directly. I'd certainly like to get heavy guns up to 150 because instant reload. Nice. You know what, let's make I'm not using it much, but let's make it recharge faster.
If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late. I found a handsome ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last week.
Looking in the shop for old records.
Gracious. I was just sitting down for tea.
That's something
What
else.
do you want, then? My hard-earned wisdom?
Why did the board recall Stellar Bay napkins?
Ask the common folk, and they'll tell you it's on account of all the monsters on Monarch desperate to gobble you up. Because that's what the board tells them, you see. I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest of the colony, and they're trying to hide the evidence.
What makes you think that?
Those board folk are real prideful-like. Never want you looking behind the curtain, lest you see their derrieres. But old Gladys knows the score. The whole colony's not much more than a diorama, showcasing one board screw-up after another. That's why we gotta keep them from getting their grubby mitts on Groundbreaker. She's our mess.
There's still people down there?
Probably. Every once in a while, we get these snippets of radio chatter. Edna shows them to me. Some man hooting and hollering about the light in us all. Claims he's transmitting from Monarch, but who knows if that's true. Might be true. Might be some new trick from the board. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. It's almost time for today's episode of The Chairman's Children. Care to listen with me?
So, let's see.
I've got a lovely little throw pillow. Just something I toss together. Like to keep my hands busy.
Okay. These look like this would be... The old datapad contains incident reports from various Mardet security patrols. Most are details of simple finds and dust-ups between the crews of Wildcat raiders and corporate haulers. 2 entries have been marked for later review. August 7th, 2344. Responded to a code ID 10T. A code idiot? Really? At the Lost Hope. Era asked us to bounce some back bay rat that got himself soaked in Spectrum Red. Drunken fool got into a scuffle with one of the engineer Tennyson's people. We tossed the Rungle Leech back down to the base. Asshole fought us the entire way, telling us we'd be sorry once he controlled the hammer's power. Of this, some new Hammersmith marketing stunt, complaining to Anita. October 25th, 2344. Had another run-in with the Rungle Leech from the Lost Hope. Don't know how the uppity picker crawled out of the back bays without us noticing. Locked himself into repair bay off dock slip 13 and refused to come out. Kept raving about the weapon's chaotic beauty or some shit while we were trying to talk him out. Had to break off when our shift ended. Whole head's gotta come out eventually. So I have stuff I gotta read in the terminal at the Unreliable. Gotta remember that next time I go there. Investigating just we actually have to go to Terra 2 now, so...
This is Halcyon.
Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be brought on board? Who keeps ordering these?
Why do we have cows?
Is it?
Medicine. This is just to let you know that I've given out the rest of that you-know-what to the you-know-whos. Sorry for the secrecy. You never really know who's reading these things. Appreciate you giving me the time of day. You risked your neck heading into that community center. I'm grateful, but I'd also appreciate if you never told another soul about our business. I like my job, and I should like to keep it. from Tennyson. Maddie, I don't do this ever, so here. Yeah, I'm not reading the crappy poetry, but I'll leave it on screen for a bit. 5 more stanzas maxed out, but I'm having trouble rhyming some of the parts, so I'll get back to you on that. But it's okay. We were talking about old friends, you know, and I got to thinking about Isabel. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what she was thinking. We were a mess. Good mess, but a mess. A better me than I was then, want you to know. Even then, I drink too much the old family recipe. Pretty swell. RDT. You insta spell check. Beat my wrench. Too tired. Just gotta put my head down for... Search Hephaestus Mining. Archive cartridge for keywords weapon. Supervisor. That captain sold Harris something called the Rearranger, then left before we discovered the damn thing doesn't work. Only thing it rearranged is the number of bits on Harry's cart. Looks like some strange tech or a weapon. Maybe a scientist can make something of it. Sold 2 from the site safety's officer's incident report. Dr. Caulfield hadn't saved Lem. Could save Lem. Now I gotta arrest Harris for his murder. Confiscated that weapon he used and stored it in Birdie's office for now. Figure the least the site supervisor could do is fill out the forms for whatever the damn thing is. Don't know how I'm going to detain Harris. Not like we got prison cells on this rock. Barbara's coronary inquest. Give a name, Lamuel. Family name, Henryford. Employment status, indenture. Contract time, 35 years, 2 months, 16 days, 5 hours, 33 minutes approximately remaining. Time of deceasement, 27 hours approximately. Cause of deceasement, blunt force trauma, weapon unknown. Took a good whack to the noggin. The facial area, to be specific about it. It's all twisted up too. Nose is 5 times too big, jaw shrunk to almost nothing. Teeth are all out of kilter. Though I suppose that was true pre-deceasement. If the blow itself didn't kill him, there's no way he could have breathed with all that damage.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Picked up this distress call. Can you play it back for me?
Yes, Captain. Beginning playback now.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The unemployed. For law's sake, if anyone's receiving this, please send help. What? No!
Captain, we are now capable of accessing the Roseway landing pad. Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded names are Anton Crane, Vaughn Cortez, and Orson Shaw.
Okay. So we want to go to Terra 2. At Roseway.
We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
Can we talk? This Roseway business smells. Something tells me things didn't end well for the guy who made the distress call. and whoever or whatever got him will be waiting for us.
Know anything about who sent the call?
What's there to know, Captain? Shady corporate town caught up in shady corporate shit. Tough luck for them, but maybe an opportunity for us.
Could be a trap.
I'm counting on it. Anyway, we might as well take a look out there, see if we can get the jump on whoever's waiting for us.
Good point to save. We bring Ellie instead of the Vicar this time. Let's boost you for range damage.
No security. Not that I'm complaining.
It's just for landings.
Hell of a welcome.
Free gun.
Clear the roadway. Obstruction of commerce is punishable by a fine of no less than 10,000 bits.
Well, this is worrying. There's going to be more of those big things, aren't there?
Organic materials detected on roadway. Please ensure mechanisms are...
They left their own outside to die? Was it that bad?
Wait, that looked like it might have been useful. Oh yeah. That's a good upgrade on the armor. You're alive and non-hostile.
I done had enough of this shit. I'm just the fucking tarmac guard. No one said nothing about fighting no Rabs.
What happened here?
Alarms went off, Rabs broke loose, and I hightailed it in here to get a wall between me and them beasts.
Isn't like some Jurassic Park shit going down, is it? Can you tell me who's in charge?
Scientist, name of Anton Crane. Someone said he's panicking inside the comm center.
You said the wraps broke loose. Did you have them caged up?
Forget I said anything about that.
I'm guessing nature found a way. Well, what can you tell me about them?
Wish they tasted like Sissy Pig. Them's good eating.
Isn't eating tumors dangerous? What do they taste like?
Some say chicken. I say the north end of a southbound woolly cow. Anything else you'd like to know?
Did you send a distress call?
Distress call? From here? Shit. They told me that weren't allowed.
What? Why not?
Got me. I just do what I'm told, and I was told not to do such.
I'm just gonna take a look around.
Oh, before I forget. Auntie Cleo's makes the best pharmaceuticals in Halcyon. Better than nature. Not like that crap Spacer's Choice pedals.
Is that part of the slogan, or do you add that in? Oh, this could be good. Oh, yeah. Got some proper heavy armor now. Nope, wait, you're going the wrong way. You got turned around.
Ah, outlaws, I assume. Do me a favor and let me finish this, will you? And then make it quick, please.
I'm not here to kill ya.
Oh, you aren't with the outlaws? Who are you then?
I'm here to help. Someone sent out a distress call.
Oh, well, good luck. Now, if they got the carpet in here, it's just a matter of... Orson, you idiot. Just put it... Of course, because I didn't... No, get this. It's got to put it in. The power of 12. Of course, that's the... We're gonna get this solved. I mean, it's really now or never. I'm going to...
Hello?
Oh, you're still here. If you haven't already, you might speak to Anton. He can point you in the right direction. Now, if they got the carpet in here, it's just a matter of... Orson, you idiot. Just put it... Of course, because I didn't... No, get this.
Huh.
It's got to put it in. The power of 12. Of course, that's the... We're gonna get this solved. I mean, it's really now or never. I'm going to...
Thanks. Still highlighted for some reason.
Another outlaw? I'm quite sure I've already spoken to your lot.
The last time, not an outlaw.
Oh, quite right. My apologies. I did speak to you earlier, didn't I? What would you like?
Let's start by reminding me who you are.
I am Orson Shaw, Chief Behavioral Scientist. I was brought in to study the Raptidons. I was to ensure that, should a problem arise, our team is adequately equipped to deal with them.
What'd you learn? Preferably something besides, they're really bad and we shouldn't have done this.
They are insatiably hungry, absolutely impossible to control in any fashion, and indeed appear to be powered entirely by hate. No amount of studying will enable us to control them, or even slightly sate their aggression.
So it's like I said, it's terrible and we shouldn't have done this. So your research amounted to nothing.
Not quite. We are now acutely aware of their weaknesses. Bullets through the head.
The head! I never would have thought of that.
Now that may seem like an obvious conclusion, but believe it or not, some creatures' brains are not in their heads.
Isn't that the truth?
Now, if we got the carpet...
I mean, for anyone on the board, it's probably in the ass.
Orson, you idiot. Just put it... Of course, because I didn't... solved. I mean, it's really not. I'm going to.
What you doing?
What does it look like? I'm preparing a personal defense device, or trying to, anyway.
Need a hand?
No. Well, yes. Well, no. Perhaps. I left schematics in our storage facility. As far as I know, the security commander hasn't found them yet. I admit I'd feel better were they returned to me.
Sure, I'll see what I can find.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have a tube of thermal paste on you, would you?
No.
Blast. Well, good luck. I hope I see you back here in one piece.
If you've come to end my life, let's be on with it. Oh, not actually one of them, are you?
No, did you send a distress call? Actually, wait, you must be Anton Crane.
I must apologize if my call diverted you. I may have panicked. Everything's under control now, though, truth be told.
Under control, not from where I'm standing. What are you hiding?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the nature of the work I'm doing here. Suffice it to say that its importance to me, to the colony, is immeasurable.
But why cancel the distress call?
My research may not quite fall within legal parameters, so I'm under orders to maintain wireless silence. However, having your head used as target practice can addle one's thinking. I cut the call immediately once I'd gathered my wits. The Home Office can't know what's happening here.
Tell me what you're actually doing here, or I'll tell him myself.
Captain's got your best interests at heart, mister. Honest.
I suppose it can't hurt. If I don't get that research back, my life is over regardless. We were tasked with formulating a new and improved dental gel.
Wait. This is all about toothpaste.
One cannot exaggerate the benefits of good dental hygiene. May I continue?
Please do. I would like to know how the hell killer dinosaurs leads to toothpaste.
While doing research on enzymes specific to the Raptidon's digestive system, we developed an additive which we subsequently discovered to be the most effective appetite suppressant ever.
You can catch however you like. It's still just toothpaste, diet toothpaste.
Not just any diet toothpaste, the ultimate diet toothpaste.
Given they were looking at enzymes, I have the suspicious feeling it works by basically dissolving your teeth so you can't eat. However, for your life, I wouldn't care if it was the ultimate rocket fuel.
Oh, I'm certain it could be made into that as well, with only a few changes to its molecular composition. But you're missing the point. Let's focus for a moment, shall we? Even if you disregard the obvious value of Auntie Cleo's Appazap diet toothpaste in and of itself, we're talking about my career here as well.
Appazap.
Nice, is it not? Came up with that myself. It's a shame our marketing department is almost as befuddled as my co-workers here.
So, what do you need from me?
Hours ago, a group of vicious malcontents fell upon us, shot up our labs and loosed our research subjects, the Raptidons. If those cretins get their hands on my research, well, they'll need not kill me.
Remove the curtains, retrieve the research. Check. You want I should handle your Raptidon problem?
Yes, but don't kill their mother if it's avoidable. We've need of her to replenish our stocks. I think there's gas in the lab somewhere that can be used to put them out. The research is in the safe in my office. You'll have need of my code and keycard. The lab's entrance is in the side of a hill. You can't miss it if you just follow the road. You'll pass by the town's original... by the Grand Architect. Jameson. He's in the old lab.
Who's Jameson?
My protege. I sent him to retrieve some metabolic precursors, and I forgot him.
Sounds like it was chaos. You should give yourself a break.
You don't understand. He was my responsibility. All of the people stationed here are, regardless of their thinking on the matter. If he has died, too many have been lost. Too many black marks against my name. And far too much paperwork.
And all you care about is how it affects you.
I'll thank you not to mistake my ambition for callousness.
I severely doubt I'm mistaken. What should I mistake it for? Compassion?
If my colleagues refuse to take their lives seriously, why should I? All they do is complain. They refuse to see the opportunity afforded us here.
Just want to hear you admit that you're a heartless bastard, thanks.
Believe what you will. I'm not the manipulative, ego-driven person you think me to be. I'm not.
I guess I'll just have to take your word for it.
And my colleague, Jameson, will you find him for me?
Well, you're not going to. So, of course.
"50-bit says this guy's already wrapped fodder."
It's not a bet if we both agree.
You picked a hell of a day to visit. I'm Vaughn. Vaughn Cortez. Dr. Vaughn Cortez. But just Vaughn's fine, really.
Where were you when the outlaws attacked?
Over in the main labs. I rabbited back here when I realized I was hearing gunshots, not blown fuses. We've been cooped up in here, I don't know, hours? Too long. I have to get back to work.
No job's worth dying for.
Dr. Crane might say otherwise. Me? When those guys started shooting the place up, I was first out the door. I had to leave an experiment running at the lab. Something I've been working on a long while. Something that could really get me ahead. Know what I mean?
Until you explain details, please.
I've been extracting organic compounds from raptidons. Compounds that have, benefits.
Extract and how? No, wait, maybe I don't want to know.
In certain social situations. Personal situations. Where you might want to, enhance your charisma.
You're making space, Viagra.
He's making enraptured, Captain. An aphrodisiac. Wrapped musk is the main ingredient.
What? No? I mean, yes, I'm getting the musk. With Monarch embargo, the price is sky high, but I'm not making the drug.
Yeah, I really don't want to know anymore. Cut to the chase.
Sure. Of course. Our lab's south of here, down the road. Not the old public lab, the one past that, built into the mountainside.
Second lab down the road, and when I... Yeah, Anton told me about the other lab.
Don't mention this to Anton, okay? He's kind of a tight ass about the lab. Like, squeeze coal into diamond type. My equipment's in the lower levels, way in the back. I have a big room all to myself. Dissection tables and whatnot. It should have been running this whole time. Just grab the results and bring them here.
Alright, I'll head up and keep an eye out.
Great! This is really gonna save my ass.
How do you suppose that stuff's used? Do you drink it, or is it like perfume? I'm not interested, just curious. Ugh. If I had to look at those yellow walls all day, I'd make a point to sleep on the roof.
Oh, that is a sound.
Take your best shot, asshole.
Okay. I thought we were past the worst of it once I got some weapons in the beginning, because early game can be pretty nasty, but no, game's starting to show some teeth again.
Looks like a great spot for an ambush.
System alert. Sweeping the area.
Oh. Fortunately, I have the means to quickly fry you. Something else had a shot at me. Where are ya? I got plenty of ammo for this, so we're cool. Oh, wait. It's just a matter of swapping the armor, right? I'd have to hack it, and I'm still saving those for a moment. I guess we'll check out here while we're at it. Don't think it's where we're supposed to go, but could find stuff. Argo security systems, security lockdown. All personnel please report to assigned workstations. Report suspicious activity to the nearest site safety engineer. Feeling irate? Try Auntie Cleo's Chocolate bars, now with 3% real CCN 76. What? Objective procedure result. Raptidon fluid ingestion tests. Objective procedure results. Objective. Determine the maximum amount of Raptidon digestive acid that can be safely ingested by humans before adverse effects present themselves. Procedure. Pros procedure. Slowly induce increasing amounts of Raptidon digestive acid into the evening meals of randomly selected workers and observe their overall health. Adverse effects. Okay. 1 milliliter. Minor stomach pain and nausea. Safe. 2, it's minor stomach pain, extreme nausea. Safe. At 3, it's major stomach pain, debilitating nausea, some vomiting, potentially unsafe in the workplace. 4, it's, right out the gate, it's bad, but we're still going. 4 milliliters, temporary blindness, frequent vomiting, patient unable to describe pain, unsafe. 5 milliliters, unable to record symptoms as patient died within the hour. Well, nice to know we're carrying out ethical experiments here.
Get ready.
How good this work on those idiots? It's not really for that kind of thing. Man, do these things take a beating. Security lockdown notice again. Client ID, Volkova Maria, administrative support staff. Just one from her. Remember, Auntie Cleo knows best. Any thoughts to the contrary will be met with immediate and swift disciplinary action. Everyone, I am sick and tired of cleaning bone out of the culture processor. This is the third time this month. Next employee to get their hand stuck in that damn machine is getting written up. Hey, Masha, just FYI, going to need another cleanup in the lab, Porter. Ordered from Crane, eh? We lost another finger to that infernal culture processor. I am formally requesting new safety brackets be installed that the current ones register with Raptidon hide but not human flesh. This is unacceptable. You want to bet that's by design? Actually, if it's Raptidons, it might be best to start busting heads with this thing. They get in my face anyway, so... Hey, it's the guy we were supposed to rescue. From a Crane. Porter, according to my record, January 23rd is your birthday. As is protocol, please feel free to enjoy one 10-minute break between your normally scheduled 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock patrol shifts. I sincerely hope that on this day you take a moment to enjoy the fresh air of Terra 2, brought to you by the thorough kindness of Auntie Cleo. Best regards, Dr. Crane. Wonder where you get the key card. I guess we'll crack it.
That was quick.
I also have to repair my stuff at some point. Anyway, ready this thing, we're gonna bust up some mechs. Take a couple shots. We should be good now. Woo! Dude hits like a truck. That was perhaps a bit costly. I'd rather not.
Their mistake.
Oh, this seems to be doing a little better. And it's saving me on some ammo. Hmm. Let me just double check the door one more time. Looks like I can't handle this right now. And it's 11 o'clock. It's a little past 11. This is when I usually end things. And we just finished this dungeon for now. So this looks like a good time to save. And let's go find someone to raid. Who's doing something interesting? Wait. Okay, Marooney's playing Mischief Makers. That one's a classic. We gotta go there. Okay, I'll be playing something else tomorrow. I think I'm going to be starting up Sam and Max Hit the Road. I'll see everyone then. And thanks for stopping by.